Hey guys, Jim Edwards here, and welcome back to Funnel Scripts Live, the official ClickFunnels podcast for Funnel Scripts. I'm your host, Jim Edwards, along with my trusty podcast producer, Mr.
Stu Smith.
And I just want to remind everybody, one of the things that we do here is exactly what Russell says. So, Stu, what is our question for this week?
Well, our question this week comes from Justin. Yes, he says, just wondering what is the best script to use for my own story in the One Funnel Away challenge. It's a sales page. So
okay.
I just purchased Funnel Script software and unsure which one is the best.
Okay, so let me first say, smart move as far as purchasing the One Funnel Away challenge and getting funnel scripts, because we have all the OFA scripts in there now. So Justin, right? First thing you want to do, Justin, is review in Russell's Expert Secrets book starting on page 91. Russell teaches about the Epiphany Bridge. And actually, it's about 10 pages, 10 of the most profitable pages you will ever read. So we actually have a bunch of different scripts inside of Funnel Scripts that you can use to tell your story. However, the majority of them are based around the Epiphany Bridge. And the reason for that is because the Epiphany Bridge story ticks all the boxes that you need to do in order for someone to hear your story and it just to cover the most ground for you as far as your sales copy. What do I mean by that? Well, here's the thing. The number one question that anybody's wondering when they're looking at your sales copy is a series of why questions. Why you? Why this? Why now? Okay, these are some of the main questions that somebody is asking, whether they realize it or not, inside their head. They're asking, why you, why this, why now? All right. And the you part is basically, why should I listen to you? Why do you, and this is terrible, this is why I should always type. And it's around, are you credible? Why should I listen to you? Are you credible? Are you actually someone that I should pay attention to? And then the why will this work? Will it actually work? And will it work for me? All right. And that's why the story is so powerful, because this story lets you be the proxy for the reader or the listener or the viewer, depending on how you're setting up your funnel, because they put themselves in your place, which is really the whole purpose of this story. And then the why now is literally, why should I buy now? But why will this help me get results now? Why is this good for me now? So one other thing I want to tell you real quick is that we have a couple different scripts inside of Funnel Scripts. One is the Epiphany Bridge story. We have a couple different versions of this. And then we have the origin story. What is the difference between the two? The Epiphany Bridge story is based around just what it says, an epiphany. And it's usually an event, a realization, a meeting of some kind. It's something, but it's all about when the light bulb goes off. And that's the epiphany, all right? As opposed to an origin story, which can be an epiphany story, but an origin story most of the time is kind of like where it's a where why story. It's where I was, what happened, why it happened, and how we got to be here today. So it's not necessarily based around an epiphany, but it can be something else where circumstances or things like that forced you down a certain path. So it's not necessarily about an idea. So it's a slight difference, but it's enough of a difference that you need to understand the difference. So let's answer Justin, right?
Yep.
Let's answer Justin's question about which scripts should you use. And we have several in here. The one I would tell you that's going to get you the most mileage, especially if you are in the One Funnel Away challenge, is to use the HookStoryOffer Script. And the reason for that is because this is going to do a whole bunch of stuff for you besides just your story. It will create your entire sales page for you, which will save you thousands of dollars over hiring a copywriter to do this for you, and also save you weeks of getting this done. But it has not only your story, but it has your hook, and it has your stack and everything all built into it. So this would probably take you an hour, 2 hours to fill out, but it's going to pop out for you your entire first draft of your sales page for you, including your stack, including your guarantee, including your call to action, everything all at once. And you can actually download it in DOCX. It'll create your video sales letters for you. It has 2 different formulas. It does the problem, match, state, solve, and it does the big hook, or the great big promise with the hook story offer. So you can download it as a Word document, and then you can give it to your designer to set up for you over in ClickFunnels, or you can do it yourself. But I mean, it tells your story, it transitions into your offer, creates your really cool stack. So that's the number one thing I would tell you. If you're going through the OFA challenge, this is going to save you so much time. I mean, just thinking about the alternative of going through and having to do this by hand and do your stack, do your story, do all those things. It's just going to take you forever to do it by hand, where you can use this script. You don't have to hire a copywriter, and you can do that. We also have up here in the Expert Secret Scripts, we have the Epiphany Bridge script, which will walk you through specifically creating your Epiphany Bridge story. And you can use this if you were doing the rest of your sales copy a different way. This will help you to strictly do your story, and it follows what Russell teaches inside of Expert Secrets. It follows it exactly. Okay, so you read this and go, dang, I really want to do this. Then you start on page 91, read this, come over and use this script, and this will exactly help you get it done. We've got a bunch of different examples in here. You can output this as a DOCX file. You can even output it as a PowerPoint slide deck in case you wanted to do it as part of a video sales letter, or even just wanted to use it as a teleprompter for when you were doing it. But again, this is going to save you a couple $1,000s over hiring a copywriter to get all the stuff out of you and then put it all together, cobble it together. And again, this should only take you an hour to fill this out, if that. All right, but just plan on an hour, a couple cups of coffee, bust it out faster than you're going to do it any other way. Sometimes you don't need as long a story. Okay, sometimes you just need to tell it quicker, because this is not the Reader's Digest version here. This is the full-on version. Sometimes you need a quicker version, so you can use the short Epiphany Bridge script, and this just gets to the facts quicker. And we have examples in here that are the same examples from one to the other. So if you want to compare the output, you can do that. So you can load in the example, like this is the one about Russell. So you can see it's shorter. It's a lot shorter. And so this is your Epiphany Bridge script. So you can see the difference between it, whole bunch and less. So this is, again, depending on what you need, this will help you to get a shorter version of the story. So you got long and you got short. Again, it depends on you how much do you actually need. Again, Justin, I would tell you, based on your question, specifically for the One Funnel Away Challenge, just use the Hook Story Offer Wizard. So the fourth script we have to help you with creating this is one of the original scripts that we have from the .com secret scripts, which is the origin story script. And this is where, whether it's for an opt-in, a physical product, or coaching or whatever, now you can tell the origin story of something, how something came about. And usually it's because of some negative event. I mean, if you think about it, most people don't create a product or change their life because everything was going wonderfully and everything was perfect. And so, hey, I woke up today and my life was perfect. So I'm going to go do something that's going to change the world. That's not usually where it comes from. So anyway, this has a good, this will probably take you 20 minutes to fill out, 20, 30 minutes. It's not that long, but it follows 5 parts. There's a setup, a turn for the worse, a discovery, a transformation, and then a close transition. So again, this will help you if your story that you want to tell is not really about a great discovery, but you want to give a history or you want to give background. That's really what this one's for. So Justin, you've got a ton of them here. And again, this one's going to save you a ton of time putting it all together. It's going to save you a ton of money actually hiring somebody to write this story for you. And the biggest thing I want to tell you guys as far as just to wrap this up would be to understand again and to remember the purpose of a story, any story, is to answer mostly why questions. Why you, why this, why now type of thing. Because that's what is going on inside of people's minds. And the whole purpose of a story in sales is to, and this is key. So I want you guys to listen to what I'm saying here, okay? Because this is the secret sauce. This is the part where you go, oh, holy crap, okay. I got it now. The whole purpose of a story is to get somebody to think it's their idea to buy. In other words, you don't tell them, hey, here's why you should buy. Here's why this is the time to buy. And here's why I'm the person to do it. They hear the story and in their mind, they go, oh, wow, this guy really knows what he's talking about. Oh, wow, I think this would work for me. Oh, wow, if that'll do it for him, I need to get this. I need to get this now.
He's talking to me.
Right. Yeah. But I'm not right. What you just said, he's talking to me, but he's not telling me.
Right.
I'm the one coming up with these ideas. It's kind of like Ron White, and I may get in trouble for telling this. I'll keep this holy because I don't want Russell to get mad at me because this, you know, we're doing this with Russell's permission. But there's Ron White, who's a comedian who's kind of rude, but he tells a story about, you know, a TV preacher's talking to him on TV, and he says, I see you there. I see you. I see you sitting in your beanbag chair in your underwear eating Cheetos. It's like, wow, he's talking to me. He's talking to me. And then he says, and I know you want to get up, and I want you to send me $100 through with your credit card through the phone. He's like, wow, I really thought he was talking about me until he got to that last part. You don't want to turn them off at the end. But that's the whole point of a story, is it becomes their idea to buy. It becomes their idea that you can help them. It becomes their idea that's going to work for them now. That's the power of the story. And in Funnel Scripts, we've got a whole bunch of really cool tools that you can use to be able to do that. So any questions or follow-up or clarification you think, Stu?
No, I think you gave Justin a lot of options. And, you know, if anybody's, you know, in that one funnel away,
the one funnel away challenge,
it's a great opportunity right there. Get on it.
So what I would ask you guys, and I've been looking at looking at the comments and stuff like that. If you guys have any questions about stories, about how to orient your story, a question about the Epiphany Bridge story, a question about using funnel scripts, please ask us in the comments. Please ask. We'd love to answer your questions on a future Funnel Scripts live episode, just like we did for Justin. And right now, I know we're in the middle of the One Funnel Away Challenge. In fact, the one today, or the one yesterday, actually, I haven't seen the one from today yet. The one yesterday was actually, it's week 2, mission 2, your actual Epiphany Bridge story and story selling. So this is really timely right now, because yesterday's lesson was actually about that. So if you guys have questions, if you're going through the One Funnel Away Challenge, ask them down here. We'll get to them. We'll take a look. But definitely, I know some people get confused, so we're glad to help. So appreciate you guys. And if you're not a funnel,
pick one and get it done.
One and done. That's right. And if you are a Funnel Script member, go use this stuff. If you're not a Funnel Script member, head on over to funnelscripts.com and you can see a really cool training with Russell and me. If you're just ready to go with One Funnel Away Challenge and want to get the OFA scripts and you're ready to go, head on over to funnelscripts.com/go. And as long as we're here and while we are in the middle of the One Funnel Away Challenge, I'm going to show you guys just one thing real quick. I want to show you all the OFA scripts we've got, because we've got a bunch of different scripts to help you get through the One Funnel Away Challenge super quick. We've got the Epiphany Bridge script just all by itself. We got the HookStoryOffer Script, which is really one of the marquee scripts now inside of Funnel Scripts. We got the Killer Headline Scripts, the Niche and Offer Detective Wizard, which will help you research your niche super, super fast. That was super valuable last week. The Offer Stack Script, which is neat because it will actually, it helps you create offer stacks, not just one offer stack, but two different offer stacks, which is pretty cool. It does what we call a conversational stack, which is more like sentences and paragraphs. And then we also have one called the succinct stack, which will take the same stuff and turn it into bulleted lists for you, depending on which one is going to work better for however you're setting up your sales page. We got the opt-in hook story script, which is super cool. What that does, it helps you to just really quickly come up with your opt-in page copy to tell the hook and the story and the offer right there on your opt-in. And we've got the OTO scripts, the two different OTO scripts and the question hook scripts. So if you're right in the middle of the One Funnel Away Challenge, the OFA scripts can super, super come in handy right now. So, and those are included with Funnel Scripts. So I'm Jim Edwards. Thanks for having us. We'll see you next time on Funnel Scripts Live, an official ClickFunnels video podcast. Bye-bye, everybody.